What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only, Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,600 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you so very, very much. And yes, we are well into the spring months, darlings. The flowers are in bloom because I see yellow everywhere, or just pollen all over everything. And while we're still dealing with pandemic type stuff and we're somewhat, turning the corner, hopefully in a couple of months, I definitely want to raise an issue that is definitely near and dear to my heart, and that's children. All right. So today I have with me from First Focused on Children, I've got the Senior Director of Grassroots Advocacy, the wonderful Lauren. Hey, Lauren.
Hi, Ash. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us, Lauren. So, Lauren, tell us a little bit about your organization and how things started for you guys.
Definitely. First Focus is a bipartisan advocacy group, and we work to make children and families a priority in federal policy and budget decisions. So what we've seen is that too often kids are an afterthought in policy making. Kids are nearly a quarter of the U.S. population, but only 7.48% of federal spending as of last year.
Insane.
Right now, we're at such a...
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Right now, we're in such a critical moment because we can see the light at the end of this pandemic, and we want to make sure that kids are a priority in these relief bills.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of these numbers were just staggering to me, and I just want to go ahead and just go over some of them with you, Lauren. It's been reported that 15 million children in the U.S., I believe alone, don't get enough to eat. Over 17 million sit in parking lots to access internet, and more than 1.5 million are homeless. And those are staggering numbers. And I'm like, and then on top of it, we're dealing with this pandemic. So it's unfortunately, it's probably worse right now, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's so true. The numbers are just awful. And one of the things that we've seen that's a misconception during this pandemic and recession is this assumption that the kids are fine, right? That they're not as affected. But we know that the kids aren't all right.
Yeah, that's definitely not true. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Ambassadors for Children's Network. How did that come about?
Yes. So here at First Focus, we use a cross-sector approach because we know that, like you just said, almost every policy area affects kids, right? Lack of access to health care, nutrition assistance, child poverty. So our team of policy experts is tracking federal spending on kids and also tracking how Congress members vote to make sure that they are prioritizing children.
Yeah.
We have been advocating at the federal level for more than 15 years.
Wow.
But our newest initiative addresses the need to show Congress that their constituents need kids to be a high priority.
Yeah.
So we're recruiting a dedicated group of advocates that are ready to be a voice for children in their home state, in their city, in their town.
Gotcha. Now, what are some of the qualifications for someone to be an advocate?
We welcome anyone who is ready to be a voice for kids. So you don't need to be a policy professional to be an ambassador for children. We welcome parents, educators, anyone in the community who wants to make a difference.
Now, in regards to, we're still kind of like you said, we're rounding the corner. There's light at the end of the tunnel as far as this pandemic goes. Are people going to be able to perhaps join the network, but maybe not necessarily be in person, I guess? Is it going to be like a virtual type of situation or not?
Definitely. We are keeping everything virtual for the time being to prioritize everyone's safety.
Right.
And the great thing about Ambassadors for Children is you can be based anywhere in the U.S. So as an ambassador, your audience is the people who are elected to represent you in the House and in the Senate. And we will share those opportunities to participate virtually, like virtual town hall meetings or sending an email to your Congress member.
Gotcha. That's perfect. Because I know a lot of people, there's still just a lot of weariness. There's a lot of unknown, and everyone's a little bit just weary about actually being in close spaces with people and social distancing. So that's really important. I'm really glad that you guys are doing that and just really trying to unite for kids. They're the voiceless. I mean, that is top priority, number one. And did I hear you correct? You said that you guys have been monitoring Congress for over 15 years, but Congress is just now viewing childcare as essential, which is insane.
That's right. Yeah, it is an ongoing fight to make sure that Congress is considering kids in these decisions, right? Yeah. So often, because kids can't vote, they're treated as an afterthought. But as our organization's president often says, kids are a quarter of the U.S., but 100% of our future. So they need to be at the forefront of these decisions.
Yeah, I absolutely agree about that. That's definitely big. So what is next for you guys? Now, today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, the 21st of April, the lovely month of April. You guys have a Facebook Live event today.
We do. Anyone who's interested in joining us can search First Focus on Children on Facebook. And you can join us for a conversation with Representative Rosa DeLauro. She is the chair of the House Appropriations Committee and a 16-term Congresswoman. Amazing. Wow, yes. She has been a huge champion for children. And most recently, she really championed the child tax credit and the American Rescue Plan.
Wow, that is outstanding. So, outside of actually joining the network, do you guys have other ways that people can get involved, or other ways that people can actually help out and bring more awareness about child care and absolutely, bringing our kids to a better situation?
Absolutely. So, one way that people can get involved, even if you're not an ambassador for children, is following us on social media and amplifying those messages, right? We go to our ambassadors first with information and opportunities to advocate, but we welcome anyone who's ready to be a voice for kids. So you can follow First Focus on Children on Twitter, on Facebook, and share that information. Gotcha. Now, if you're interested in becoming an ambassador, I can share a URL where people can find more information. That is action.campaignforchildren.org/ambassadors. Okay. And there we have a ton of resources, more info about what we do. And you can also share that link with other people, someone you think might be interested in taking action with us.
Absolutely. I love it. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you beyond words.
Thank you so much, Ash.
Not a problem. Definitely keep me in the loop. I will go out on a limb and say yes. I will absolutely join the network. I will go and check out the website. Definitely join the network. Just anything that we can do to raise awareness about child welfare. That's something that everyone has a stake in that. Because like you said, they are the future. Yeah, absolutely.
That is so true.
And let everyone know that website again, please.
Sure. That is action.campaignforchildren.org/ambassadors. And you can also find First Focus on all social media.
All right. We will totally be there, Lauren. Thank you so much. Thank you to you, the whole team. And I will definitely see you guys on social media. All that greatness. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face. You tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.